Ada never imagined she would die so young. At 26, she had dreams, ambitions, and a future she looked forward to. The day had started like any other, warm and busy in the heart of Port Harcourt. She had just completed some errands and was on her way to meet her best friend, Joy. Joy's voice was full of excitement when she called, "Babe, where you day? I get just for you." Smiling, Ada flagged down a kicked tricycle. As the ride started, she scrolled through her phone, responding to messages. She barely noticed when they turned a sharp corner until the sudden blast of a truck horn filled the air. Everything happened too fast. The driver of a trailer had lost control. Ada looked up just in time to see the massive vehicle hurtling toward them. People screamed. Tires screeched. The impact came like a thunderclap. Ada felt light, weightless, when she opened her eyes. She expected pain, but there was none. Instead, she was surrounded by a soft, glowing light. She wasn't on the road. She wasn't in a hospital. She was somewhere else. She floated in the air, yet she felt grounded. The air around her was neither hot nor cold. It simply was. She turned slowly, taking in the peaceful surroundings. Then she saw them, figures in flowing white robes, radiating a gentle, golden light, with wings, so she knew, somehow, that they were angels. One of them, a tall man with kind eyes, stepped forward. His presence filled her with a sense of peace she had never known. "Ada," he said, his voice soft yet powerful. "You were not supposed to come here yet." She opened her mouth to speak, but at first no sound came out. Then, finally, she whispered, "Where am I?" "The place between," the angel replied. Before she could ask more, the scene around her shifted. In the distance, Ada saw a city more beautiful than anything she had ever imagined. The streets shimmered like gold, stretching endlessly under a sky that looked alive with light. Rivers sparkled like diamonds, and the air vibrated with music soft yet powerful, unlike anything on earth. Tears filled her eyes. Then, she saw them familiar faces. Her grandmother, whom she had lost years ago, stood smiling, looking younger than Ada remembered. Her uncle, who had died in a tragic accident, waved at her. Their faces radiated joy, peace, and something else, an unspoken understanding. Ada took a step forward. "Grandma." Her grandmother nodded but didn't speak. Instead, she just smiled, as if she already knew everything Ada wanted to say. Ada turned to the angel. "Is this heaven?" The angel gave a gentle nod. "It is a glimpse of what awaits, but it is not yet your time." Before Ada could respond, the vision changed again. She no longer saw heaven. Instead, she saw something that made her heart ache: her family. Her mother, sobbing by her hospital bed. Her younger brother, kneeling on the cold hospital floor, praying desperately. Joy, holding her lifeless hand, whispering, "Please come back." Tears streamed down Ada's face. "They need you," the angel said. "You must go back." "But I don't want to leave," Ada protested. "This place, it feels like home." The angel placed a hand on her shoulder, his touch warm and comforting. "Your purpose is not yet fulfilled. You must return."
A sudden force pulled Ada backward. The glowing city faded, the peaceful warmth disappeared, and a sharp, cold sensation rushed through her body. Then pain, a deep, aching pain. With a gasp, Ada's eyes flew open. She was staring at the white ceiling of a hospital room, bright lights blinding her. Machines beeped frantically beside her. A breathing mask covered her face. Joy let out a scream. "She's awake. She's alive." Doctors rushed in, shouting medical instructions. Her mother collapsed in relief, sobbing uncontrollably. Her brother clutched her hand, tears streaming down his face. One of the nurses whispered in awe, "She was gone for 7 minutes. 7 whole minutes." Ada barely heard them. Her body was weak, but her mind was racing. She had been somewhere. She had seen something. And now, she was back. Recovery was slow, but Ada was never the same again. The accident had changed her not just physically, but spiritually. She no longer feared death, because she knew there was more beyond this life. She became more patient, more forgiving. The small worries that used to consume her now seemed insignificant. She treasured her family, her friendships, and even the simple moments she once took for granted. One day, Joe asked her, "What do you remember?" Ada hesitated, then smiled. Everything. She had died for 7 minutes, but what she saw on the other side would stay with her forever.